Andrew, you have everything anyone could want, a business associate remarked as they sat across a sleek glass table in his Manhattan office. But the personal side, I don't know how you do it. Andrew simply smiled and leaned back in his chair. You don't need to worry about that. I'll figure it out. But Andrew's personal life was anything but simple. His first marriage to a woman named Isabella had been a public spectacle. They were the couple everyone admired, a true power duo, but beneath the gilded exterior, things weren't always smooth. Isabella was sharp, ambitious, and fiercely independent. Over time, their visions for the future began to clash. One chilly afternoon, as they sat in their lavish home in the suburbs, Isabella folded her arms and looked at Andrew with a mix of frustration and sadness. I can't do this anymore, she said. You're always gone, always focused on your empire. I'm not just a piece of this. She motioned around them. I need more than just luxury and attention. Andrew sighed, the weight of her words hanging in the air. I'll make it right, I promise. But promises were hard to keep when their worlds were so different. Their divorce was quick but expensive. Andrew found himself paying a hefty settlement that included one of their most luxurious estates and a number of properties across the country. It wasn't the end of his story, though, as there would be more chapters to come. As he moved on, Andrew found love again with a woman named Susan, a bright and charming personality who seemed to fit perfectly with his image. They wed in a whirlwind ceremony, but like many things in Andrew's life, the fairy tale quickly turned into a complex, strained reality. One night, after a tense argument over finances, Susan sat across from Andrew, her voice trembling. I can't keep doing this, Andrew. I thought it would be different. You promised me we'd be a team. Instead, I'm drowning in a sea of lawsuits and financial chaos. Andrew's hands clenched around the edges of his chair. You knew what you were getting into, Susan. I never promised you a perfect life, just that I'd make it worth your while. But as the tabloids reported and the public scrutinized, the financial strain of his second divorce became more apparent. The settlement was rumored to be substantial, draining Andrew's wealth even further, but his focus remained fixed on his career and ambition. The idea of winning and succeeding kept him moving forward. Years later, Andrew found himself married once more, this time to a woman named Linda. By this point, Andrew's empire had grown even larger, and the public had begun to see him as something more than just a businessman. But with this third marriage came more complicated negotiations and even more extensive settlements. This time, it wasn't just about money, it was about status. The financial costs of the marriage and subsequent divorce were never fully disclosed, but whispers of multi-million-dollar settlements continued to swirl in the media. The luxurious properties, the assets, everything had a price. But Andrew never stopped. His empire continued to grow, and his personal life, despite the public eye, remained his own. He brushed off the whispers, focusing on what lay ahead. And yet you may have already figured it out. The man at the center of all of this, whose marriages, divorces, and financial struggles were carefully hidden from the public eye, he wasn't Andrew at all. You see, his real name was Donald Trump, and now you know the rest of the story.